Good morning, church. We're going to be in 2 Peter chapter 2, starting at verse 17. These are waterless springs and mists driven by a storm. For them, the gloom of utter darkness has been reserved. For speaking loud boast of folly, they entice by sensual passions of the flesh those who are barely escaping from those who live in error. They promise them freedom, but them themselves are slaves of corruption. For whatever overcomes a person, to that he is enslaved. You may be seated. We are continuing to read about false teachings and manipulation that is taking place among Peter's own people, how they are being led astray, and some are even questioning whether Christ will return. But Peter, being diligent, presses on, fights back, and this nonsense, which does in verse 17. These are the waterless springs and most driven by a storm. They promise life and truth, but deliver nothing, an empty substance. It's all warning and truths that Peter is trying to convey to his people. There are countless times where we can find false teachings in workforce, where we work, friendships, churches, etc. They disguise themselves as the ones who appeal to desires, justify sin, target people who are vulnerable or new in faith. These type of people don't lead anyone towards holiness, they pull them back in bondage. Because they themselves are guilty of their own sins that they keep running back to, so they try to find reasons to bring a person down with them. Christ says in Matthew 23, verses 25 to 26, "Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you clean the outside of the cup and the plate, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. You blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup and the plate, that the outside also may be clean." Sounds like the washed pig. Clean on the outside, but still will jump into the mud. Which now leads into Peter's warning. Stay grounded in truth, grow in holiness, and don't be deceived. Not just being washed, but being made new. So let's strive towards holiness. Let's be grounded in truth. Let's serve our great Lord. And let's offer real freedom in Christ. We have the truth, brothers and sisters, and that is Christ. So church, lift up your hearts.